I think a soul is kind of it's a external mirror of who I am. If I'm restless, if I'm busy and hurrying around and doing all kinds of things, then my soul, I think, will be restless as well. So I think the soul is kind of a reflection of me, but a reflection of the me that God created me to be. If you've ever been curious about where souls exist, have a watch. In this video, I will pose some questions that will help you reveal this for you in a very introspective way. So the first thing I want you to do is take out a sheet of paper because you're going to do some work here. And as I read these questions, I want you to kind of to record your answers to those questions as they come to you. Don't overthink it. Just write down the first thing that comes to mind. All right, question one. What is a soul? And if you have to pause the video, that's okay. So when you're finished with that one, let's go to question number two. Why do you think they exist? Why do you think a soul exists? Question three. What is the soul's purpose? And question five, the title of this video, where do you think they exist? Where do you think they exist? Now, what I'm going to do is go back and answer those for me. So once you've completed all those questions, you've got your thoughts. I think that's important because this is how you gain new awareness. And I encourage you to do this with others in your life as well. Because the way you get new awareness is to get different perspectives. So now you've got your perspective, all these questions. I'm going to share mine, which, if you're open and curious and you're not thinking, well, I don't agree or I do agree, this isn't about agreeing. It's about, I didn't think about it that way. Maybe this will give me some new awareness. Maybe this will give me a new revelation, dare I say, which is that's where the good stuff is. So when I answer, what is a soul? A soul is something that exists outside of me, and it's constantly looking for peace and rest. So you always hear the term the restless soul. So when I think of my soul, I don't want it to be restless. I want it to be peaceful. So I think a soul is kind of it's a external mirror I am, but yet and still it's outside of me as well. So if I'm restless, if I'm busy and hurrying around and doing all kinds of things, then my soul, I think, will be restless as well. So I think the soul is kind of a reflection of me, but a reflection of the me that God created me to be. Okay, that's how I answer what is a soul. Why do you think they exist? Well, I think they exist to bring us back to who we were created to be, to bring us back to the God through Jesus. So that's why they exist, I believe, is they're kind of tapping at your shoulder if you're aware in the present moment, and it's kind of guiding you back to who you were created to be. So that's why I think they exist. And what is the soul's purpose? Soul's purpose is to ultimately honor God. That's the soul's purpose. And the soul wants to honor God through you and I because we each have a soul. So that's the ultimate purpose of the soul from my perspective. What satisfies the soul, right? What I talked about a little bit earlier, peace, rest, finding a home, just finding that peace. I think if I were to narrow it down to one thing, peace satisfies the soul. So the way I look at that is where I have peace, I need to seek peace. I need to surround myself with people who are seeking peace. I need to pay attention when I am experiencing peace and take a look at what am I doing? Where am I? What setting am I in? Am I using gifts? What's going on in my life? And finally, where do you think they exist? Well, back to the answer to this video. I think they exist outside of us. I think our souls exist in the spiritual realm, and they're looking after us, and they, they're living our lives, but outside of us. but they want us to have these. So that's where I think they exist in the spiritual realm. All right, y'all. So subscribe with the notification bell if you found this video helpful. Hit that like button if you to see more like this, and comment down below. This can be with questions or answers to a question you ask. And we will see you the next time on this amazing journey from isolation to community, where the next step beyond is freedom.